Okay, here are the solutions to a worksheet I put together of plans and elevation questions that have come up in GCSE Edexcel exams so far. So this is just me going through the solutions. If I come down here to the first question, the diagram shows a prism with a cross section in the shape of a trapezium, and the cross section of a prism like this, is this shape here, and it's a trapezium shape. And we're asked to draw the front elevation, so that's what we'd see if we're looking from the front, and what we would see is that trapezium I just highlighted a second ago. So we've got to draw this trapezium accurately on the centimetre grid below. So just looking at this side, it's 2 meters long, and we've got to look at the scale. It's telling us the scale is 2 centimeters to 1 meter. So that means our 2 meter line has got to be 4 centimeters long. So on the grid, 4 squares. This edge down here, the base, is also 2 meters, so again 4 centimeters or 4 squares on that centimeter grid. And this is half a meter, that small edge there, so just 1 square. And then our final edge, this top slanted, we'll just join those two up. And we should use a ruler to do that, and that is an accurate front elevation on this grid. So question 2, we need to draw an accurate front elevation of the pyramid from the direction of the arrow. So looking from this way, what would we see? Well, ultimately we're going to see this triangle. So we need to accurately draw this triangle on the grid. Now we know the base is 6 centimeters, so that's going to be 6 squares. And we also know the height is 4. So we need to figure out where the height goes to. So from the middle, up 4 squares, so it goes to there, and then we can just draw in. We should use a ruler. This is our triangle, and that's what you'd see if you were looking from the front. Part B wants us to work out the total surface area of the pyramid. There's not actually a lot of room there. Well, the total surface area would be the area of all the faces. So we know one of the faces is a square, at the bottom face, the base, so it's a 6 by 6 square, so it's got an area of 36 centimeters squared. And then we've got 4 triangle faces, and they're all the same, and we know each triangle is a 6 base with a 5 height. It's given here the height as 5. So we know that the height is 5. So to work out the area of a triangle, we're going to do base times height. So 6 times 5, which is 30, but we have to remember to halve it. So we halve the 30 to get 15. So each of those triangles has got an area of 15, and there's 4 of them. So when we add all these areas together, we've got 4 lots of 15, which is 60. Plus that square, which is 36, so we've got an area of 96 centimeters squared for the surface area of this pyramid. Question 3, we are given the plan, front and side elevation views of a solid shape, and we're asked to draw a sketch of the solid shape. So what we first need to be aware of is what shape it is. If you look at it from the top, it's a circle. There's a few shapes that when you look at them from the top, they're a circle. Could be a cone, could be a cylinder. The front elevation helps us here because it's a rectangle. It's not a cone. It would be a triangle if we were looking at it from the front. So, and the side elevation is the same. So this is a cylinder. So and remember, a maths exam isn't an art exam, but the better you can draw it, and we tend to draw cylinders standing up like this. And then often people get this right, but they miss this key bit, which is give the dimensions of the solid in your sketch. So we need to know the height, which is given here. It's 5 squares or 5 centimeters, because that's centimeter square grid. And we should also put on the diameter of the triangle, of the circle. So it's 4 centimeters across there, so we should put that 4 centimeters on. And that's it drawn. It's a sketch, it doesn't need to be perfect, but we had to add on those dimensions as well, otherwise we wouldn't have got the second mark. Final question here, we're asked to draw the plan view of this solid. So the plan view is what you'd see if you were looking down from above it. If you were drawing a plan of a room, it's kind of what the floor looks like. So looking down from above, we'd just see a square, and we're told each edge is 6 centimeters, so all of these sides are 6 centimeters. And if we're looking down from above, we're going to see a square where each side is 6 centimeters. So on this centimeter grid, that'll be 6 squares. So the plan view, you wouldn't see that triangular bit on top when looking down from above. It'd just be that. If you wanted to draw in the sort of diagonal lines that the sort of pointed roof would show, you can, but they're not necessary. Okay.